It says we're live.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Homestead HQ. It's been a long time since I've said that.
You got it right though.
Right? So this is where we talk about homesteading and preparedness. And Jason's here with me, Shelly, and we're going to talk about post-festival stuff.
And Chantel is the first one in. How are you? So I got to meet her at the festival. Very nice lady. So she came. She was there Friday and Sunday. I don't think she made it for Saturday. So, and then Mike, Food Plant Nursery's here. Mike was there at the festival. He was selling all his fine nursery stuff and everything. And then Miss Sharon.
I got some seeds from him, and then I also got a big bag of what I'm hoping it'll be like ground cover and stuff that he learned from Jack Spearco. He had this whole mixture of stuff that I want to put in my raised beds after, everything gets done growing or whatever. And hopefully it'll keep the weeds down. I'm super excited about that.
That'll be cool. And Miss Sharon's here, one of our awesome moderators. She's always here. She's like in 100 different places at once. And I don't know how she does it. I just imagine her like sitting behind a keyboard and she's got like 15 screens doing all this. So
Lawrence is here and Bill Warner's here.
Yeah.
Grit and Grace is here.
Yeah. Good afternoon, Grace. How are you? So, all right. Are we gonna do like regular podcast? Like you got like what we've been doing, and then you got like a news story, or are we just gonna like free wing it or what?
I don't have a news story. Actually, I kind of do. Well, there is a news story that I read this morning, but it's a really crappy one that you're not going to want to hear about. That just burns my biscuits. But
we'll start.
I don't know if I don't think I want to talk about it.
All right. Well, we'll say I heard Starlink was down.
Oh, I heard that too.
Yeah. And then Miss Sharon is like me. I have one screen but 37 windows up. Yeah.
I saw what's his name? Evan from Radio Made Easy. He said something about Starlink 1, Baofeng 0 about going out or losing connectivity. I thought that was hilarious.
Well, yeah. So I don't know. I hadn't looked at the news. We've been so stinking busy with the festival and everything. It's like I don't know what's going on with the news. So I've just been like, we'll just figure it out. And if the world is ended, we don't know about it.
Yeah, so. They didn't tell us in Edmonton.
Hey, Rebecca's here, the sausage first girl.
Oh, hey, I remember you.
That was hilarious.
Now I have to be like, okay, her name's Rebecca. It's not sausage purse girl.
Yeah. I mean, do you want to tell the story on this?
No, you can go ahead and tell it.
All right. So we're sitting there. Rebecca and her husband are sitting in the front row. We're doing sausage. And then Shelly, we seal up a bag, and it's like Shelly's like, does anybody want one? Rebecca's sitting there. She's got this purse sitting in her lap, and she like opens the purse up. She's like, you can just put it in my purse, like we're slinging crack or something like that. So from then on, all the rest of the weekend, it's like, hey, there's a girl that puts sausage in her purse. So.
Rebecca, when you first came in and I saw your purse, I was like, oh my God, that's such a cute purse. It had like fringe on it and stuff. I was like, that is a cute purse. But, like, I don't know. Some people get weirded out if you say something to them like that or whatever. But when you put the sausage in there, I was like, that's great.
Yeah.
It's like the best purse ever.
Yeah.
Hey, Rosie's in here.
Yeah. And then Bill got 3 lugs of tomatoes given to us today. You were looking for tomatoes the other day.
I was. Yep.
So.
Mine are finally starting before the festival because I grow like Roma tomatoes or San Marzano or Amish paste. I grow the paste kind. And before the festival, I had a bunch of tomatoes growing, but they were all green. And when I got home from the festival, they're starting to redden up. So maybe I'll have enough of my own, but I want to make some salsa.
Well, I've got like volunteer tomatoes coming up somewhere. Greg told me.
So, you don't even know.
No. Greg and Mary Beth went down to the food forest, and Greg's like, you really need to get down there and weed in that. And I'm like, I know, Greg. I was like, I've had life happen. And then he's like, you've got so-and-so growing. Then you've got so-and-so. And then Mary Beth's like, I couldn't believe all this stuff and this and that. And I was like, I don't know what the hell's growing down there. And she was like, don't just take the weed eater and start cutting stuff. And I'm like, we'll FaceTime.
Well, do you weed it or do you not? What do you do here?
Yeah, it's like, am I supposed to weed it? Am I supposed to not? Because you're telling me there's all kinds of stuff.
Hey,
So,
there's Mike.
yeah.
Mike's in the house.
Hey, me and Mike have been killing it this week. We have been working on a garage. We were out Monday morning after the festival, 8 o'clock in the morning, grinding the concrete floor. And we've been dragging ass all week, to be honest with you. It has been hot, and we've been putting epoxy down in the garage, and I'm like, life sucks right now. So, but Mike has hung in there. We probably got 20 hours on the grinder, grinding the floor.
Wow.
Like, yeah. So tomorrow we will get it finished. And then hopefully.
Well, Mike, how's Jeanette feeling? Is her back better?
So I don't know. She let the dogs out the other day. She called and was on speakerphone saying something about the dogs were out or something like that. And I was like, okay.
She posted something about getting some kind of shot or something. I didn't know. I hope her back's feeling better.
Wow. So what have you done since Sunday?
Well, we came home Sunday night. Let me think about this. All day Monday, we unpacked our camper, did dishes, did laundry, got all that stuff packed away. I organized all the totes with all the festival stuff, so it's good to go next year and all of that kind of thing. And then Sunday night, I go to bed, or no, I guess it was Monday night, and I get up Tuesday morning and my refrigerator has died. So Randy had to go. He drove to Bowling Green. They had a side-by-side refrigerator at Home Depot for a decent price. So he drove to Bowling Green and got that. And then they couldn't, like the refrigerator that we had, we bought when we bought the farm, and Lowe's delivered it. Apparently they know how to get it into the house. We did not know how to get it out of the house. So when I came home, well, let me back up. Randy was trying to get the water line off of it and sliced his pinky finger open. So I had to meet him at urgent care in Glasgow so he could get stitches in his finger. And then Jessica and Josh were out here trying to get the refrigerator out of the house. When I got home, there was like the big part of the refrigerator was sitting in my front yard, and everything else, the doors, the drawers, the handles, the back of the refrigerator, it's like all over my front yard. I walked up and I'm looking at that going, what the crap just happened here? So yeah, Randy got all that cleaned up. They got the new refrigerator installed in there, and it works great, or it's fine, but it just, I don't know. It just made a huge mess in the house. It was chaotic. It was, I just wanted to go in my bedroom and like put the cover over my head and be like, just stop. Like, I can't deal with this right now. We just had a 3-day festival. I'm about to die. I don't want to deal with this right now. Wow. But I did have a hint. Randy dropped his car off to me up at work today, and he goes, we have chicks. And I said, when did we have a broody hen? And he goes, I don't know. Well, he said, I went in the backyard this morning. There's chicks in the backyard. He was like, I don't even know where she had them at. So we got baby chicks. So yeah.
You can't beat that. I hadn't seen that Bressie with her chicks in a couple of days, but I mean, I've been leaving with the festival. I've been leaving when it was dark and coming back when it was dark. So.
Well, I'm telling you, those Bressie hens they're broody. I mean, and that's fine with me. I would rather them do that, than me have to incubate them, but they're really good at raising babies.
Well, Jeanette said her back's doing a lot better. She had a injection Tuesday afternoon. All right, okay.
Good.
Let's see. Bill says I'm supposed to mow my yard and get crap done around here. So I'm going to have to mow my stinking yard again. I'm not real excited about that. And I've got a lot of weed eating to do and
My
all
yard is crazy high.
Well, so I don't know. So what else? So after what? Why didn't you pull out your staple kit and just staple Randy back together?
I wasn't home.
Oh.
This all happened while I was at work, and he called me. He's like, "I'm on my way to," because he couldn't get it to stop bleeding. He said, "I'm on my way to Glasgow to urgent care if you want to meet me over there." And yeah, but the nurse was like, she said now, or the doctor that came in and did it, she said, "You're going to have to come back in 7 to 10 days and get this taken out." And he looked at me and he just kind of shook his head. And she goes, "Oh, you're not going to come take it out?" And Randy goes, "No, she'll do it."
Yeah.
Which Randy would probably end up doing it. I mean, he'll cut it, he didn't have a problem with it. But
the last ones I had, I ended up taking out myself. I was like, I'm not going back up there. I just took my.
Why would you do that? I mean, it's super simple to just snip them and take them out.
Yeah, but it feels weird when you do it, when you slide it down. Like, ooh, because I was doing it on my own. I went in, got my little scissors and clipped it and everything, and then my forceps and was pulling it out. And I'm like, this feels weird.
Chantel said she stopped mowing to watch us. That's awesome. You need a break, Chantel. Have a big glass of water with that.
Die hard.
Yeah.
Hell, it wouldn't take me much to quit mowing my yard. So.
Right. Be like, oh, there might be cartoons on. Let's go watch.
Yeah. So I think I saw a rabbit. We don't need to mow the yard so they'll have habitat, something like that. So, yeah, good old farm medicine. So I'm itching. I'm itching to use my staple gun again. So I think we've met our deductible. So I don't know. Look, Bobby Spags.
Hey, there's Bobby Spags in the house. What are you doing, Bobby?
And we didn't even have to say his name. So, but all right. After festival, Truth in Advertising, I just picked my enclosed trailer up today from the expo. It's like I've been so stinking busy. I was like, I've got to run by there before Lindsay pawns the thing or something. So
yep.
I ran and picked that.
Charging you rental space to park it there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So I did feel bad. We left those logs in there, and she texted me. She's like, "You left the logs inside in the demo area," and I was like, "I will run by and clean them up. I promise." And I get there today, and I was like, "They're gone." So apparently, she took the Bobcat and threw them away for us. So we probably owe her dinner again.
Probably.
So
I don't have a problem buying her dinner. She's amazing.
Well, she puts up with all our antics and everything.
Yeah. All the crazy stuff that you ask her for.
Yes. But well,
what about some of the highlights? Well, tell us what's going on at your place first.
All right. The weeds are growing. I know that because Greg made it a point to tell me that. So yeah. But all right. So Sunday night, we get everything packed up. And Sunday night, and I will tell you this is inside baseball. The Bowling Green police showed up while we were unloading or while we were loading stuff up, and they were an absolute jerk about it. So they just like came in and started unloading their stuff to do their active shooting. And I went out and politely asked him if they could stop because we were trying to load our stuff up. And the girl there was not very nice. So big shout out to the Bowling Green police for not being very nice about that.
Right.
So, but Sunday, finally get home, talk to everybody at the house, hang out for a little while, eat dinner, and I'm like, I'm going to bed. So then Mike and I got on that job Monday morning. We've been killing it, getting epoxy done. I have not done too much as far as farm stuff. It's all been work. And then today I spent about 2 hours in the attic. So just to warn you, it's not fun in the attic when it's 95 degrees outside. It was miserable up there. So the bathroom inside, they call it, the correct term is the water closet, the little room with your toilet. It's got a fan in there. And I'm like, the fan went out. I'm done with messing with this fan. So I yanked the fan out. We're putting in a recessed can. So no more fart fan in there for people. So that's what I did this afternoon. And I don't want to do it again. I'm going to replace the other fans, but I told my wife, I was like, we're going to wait till fall to replace the other ones because I'm not going to die in our attic because somebody will have to come up there and get me. So then tomorrow, tomorrow we're going to finish the epoxy job, and I plan on coming home and taking an early day. So
I don't blame you.
Bobby's talking flat earth.
Hit those likes, people. Come on.
So, but that's it. I want to take an early day tomorrow and probably work on KSL stuff. It's nice and cool in the basement. And one day we got in, we worked till like 5 o'clock. I got in, got cleaned up, all that. And I was like, I'm going downstairs where it's cold in the basement and work on stuff for a little while. So that's all I've got going. I don't know what I'm doing this weekend. But I do know August 30th and 31st, I'm going to be down at Tactical Response doing their immediate action medical. So if anybody wants to run down there and take it, you can take it with me. It's August 30th and 31st. So, because I booked it, I bought that at the auction, and that was my present to myself. So, I mean, it kicked us off when I spent that money. And I knew that the $1 million we made off the festival, we weren't going to do $1 million because I spent $375 on it. So I'm sorry that it's not a clean $1 million that we made on the festival. So we
ain't rolling in it. We both still have JOBs.
Yeah. I mean, we made, what is it? 999, 800,000, something like that. So
something like that.
Yeah, we have to keep our regular jobs. So, but it's not about money, honestly. It's about meeting people, making new friends, hanging out, and all that stuff. Here we go.
Dave Estep says, "Thank you for the festival. I couldn't get to enough classes. I learned so much and met so many great people from Sharon. Oh, it's Sharon Horn. Yeah, we like Sharon."
Yes, for sure. Oh, hey, before I forget, I looked in YouTube Studios. I hit 3,000 subscribers today.
Awesome. Congratulations.
Yeah. So we're going to throw a party, just me and myself. So
let's go over some highlights from the festival.
All of it.
Yeah, all of it. So the workshops were amazing. We had some of the best teachers come in and teach classes. And one of the things that thrilled me was that every time I walked to wherever a workshop was going on, there was all kinds of people there. And I kind of had it. I guess I thought that, like the first day, all of the workshops would be packed and then it would kind of wane off. All 3 days, there was all kinds of people at every one of the workshops. So people were there to learn, to get those skills, to, become self-sufficient and all that kind of thing. And I'm thrilled with that because that's what Jason and I are passionate about. We want people to learn how to not be reliant on a system and all that kind of thing. Are you taking notes?
I'm making notes so I don't forget stuff. I have to do that. So either that or I write it on my hand. So
another awesome thing that happened, we had TJ Morris, Bear. He brought a message on Sunday morning. And then throughout the course of Sunday, he ended up baptizing 9 people in a feed trough. And that was pretty stinking awesome. And some of them were new believers. Some of them were rededication, that kind of thing. It was absolutely amazing. Lives were changed. And I love that. It's just, I'm so thankful for that.
Funny side note on the 8 a.m. sermon. I talked after we did the live with TJ. I'd ask him, I was like, hey, what do you think about doing like a service? And he's like, well, whatever the Spirit will lead us to do. He said, the Spirit will let us know what we need to do. And I'm like, all right, cool. We'll just free wing it. So I asked him Saturday night at the auction. I was like, hey, are we going to do like a sermon tomorrow morning, like 8 o'clock? Somebody else heard it and they like ran with it. And he's like, well, I guess we are now. So come in Sunday morning. They get there. The refuge guys get there at like 7:15. They go on in where he's going to do the sermon. And I come in at like 7:35, something like that. And I come down, I say something to TJ, and he's like, kind of busy right now. Got to prepare for this impromptu sermon. And I was like, I looked at him, I was like, TJ, I was like, if you really believe, I was like, you can just stand up there and God will give you all the words. And he goes, yeah, but I got to have some Bible verses with it. And I was like, and he was like, just leave me alone for a few minutes. And I'm like, I'm messing with you, dude. It's okay. So. But he did good. I didn't get to watch it. I ended up doing the front door.
I did. I went in there and sat for I guess all but about 30 minutes of it, I guess.
Well,
it was a good message. He did a good job.
Did we record that?
Yes, I recorded the whole thing.
Okay.
No, wait. No. I'm thinking of something else. I don't know if anybody recorded it. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I saw Mary Beth sitting there with her phone, but Mary Beth might have it recorded.
All right. I know Dudley recorded it, I'd say.
Yeah.
So, here, Russell Homestead. I was so glad I was able to attend. I'm local and made it that much better. Thank you both for making it happen. Hey, we appreciate y'all being there.
Yep.
And then
it was so fun to meet all of our people that watch our channels and all that stuff. That was so fun.
Oh yeah. So, and then crap, I hate this thing. What
did that say? I love the fact of merging homestead and preparedness. Absolutely.
Well, all right. Let me see. The TJ Morris guy was wow. I really like this stopping bleeding class. Best stories to help us remember. Yeah. I'm glad. I mean, they booked that class. I mean, there was 38 people in the class is what they had.
I think so.
Yeah. So, I mean, they did good on it. I was tickled with it. Everything ran smooth. But, I mean, honestly, everything ran smooth except for one woman wanted to gripe and complain. So
I'm not worried about her.
I'm not either.
All the people that mattered were there. It was all good.
All right. Greg said he recorded in 2 segments. So we might have to get that.
Yep.
So, but yeah. Well, what else did you enjoy about the Festivus? I didn't get to watch anybody.
What did I get to? So I got to watch, we had like an impromptu panel that we put together because Jay was out. So we had Jeff Smith, William Bond, Mike Adkins, and Greg New. And we talked about maintaining, having that balance between homesteading and preparedness. And the guys were awesome. Like they were really, they had a lot of great answers. There was a lot of great questions from the audience. That's the one that I recorded the whole thing that I confused with the other. But it was funny because at the end, I told Jeff, I said, okay, you need to tell everybody about the Heartland Festival that's going up in Millersburg, Ohio, which will be next May. And that's Jeff's festival that he puts on. And I said, you need to give, all the information about that. Tell people where they can find you and everything. So he goes through all that, telling everybody. And then it goes to William. And William's like, you can find me on YouTube and Instagram. And I'm the permaculture consultant. And then it goes to Mike Adkins. And he's talking about his book and following him on Facebook. And then it goes to Greg. And he goes, you can't find me anywhere. Nobody, if you don't have my number, you ain't going to get me. If you have my number, it's because I want to talk to you. You can't find me anywhere. I was like, okay, Greg. He said, if you need to get a hold of me, find somebody that has my number.
Oh, yeah.
He's a nut, man. He cracks me up. He's so funny.
Oh, yeah. Well, it was funny. Greg texted me like right after my live Tuesday morning. And it was just like texting. And he's like, I didn't feel real good Sunday or something. I was like, yeah. I was like, I got some kind of congestion too. So, all right. Rebecca, being surrounded by the same kind of people made it feel like home. Thanks for everything y'all do. Hey, I honestly, and we've said it 100 times, and we'll say it 100 times again. y'all are the reason that we do the festival, is to get people together, meet people and stuff like that. That's the awesome part about it. So if it wasn't for y'all, we wouldn't do the festival. I don't know what would we do?
I don't know.
We'd have more nights and weekends.
Yeah, we would.
Well, love learning some things. Look forward to next year. Yes, next year cannot come soon enough, and it can come soon enough.
I'm super excited about next year. I'm really pumped about next year.
Well, and Russell Homestead, loved the composting classes and the chicken processing. Both were amazing.
So if you all have any ideas for classes, skills that you want to learn, or things that you would like to see, email me at Shelly@KentuckySustainableLiving.com. That's Shelly with an I at KentuckySustainableLiving.com. And we'll try to see if we can get somebody to come in and teach that.
And Grace said she'll hopefully make it next year. I kept waiting. I was at the front a bunch. I was waiting for Grace just to come walking in and be like, hey, I'm Grace. So it never happened.
Annette, you will learn so much from William. She said, really enjoyed the permaculture consultant, love his YouTube channel, was tickled to see him in person, had a great class. He has to be one of the most humble, giving people that I know. Whatever the things that you see on YouTube, he's exactly the same in person. He's just such an amazing guy. And you can learn so much from him. I'm glad that I get to call him friend.
Exactly. Yeah, Jeanette, they met some people from Hartford and McLean County. Mike was telling me about that. The girl that we're going to have doing the cheese next year. She's up. Yeah. So Mike
I think it was her mama that friend requested me on Facebook yesterday or today. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is the cheese making chick's mama, I think. So And when Patty and I did our impromptu meat canning class, her and her husband came down and sat in on it, and we sat there and talked for quite a bit. They are super nice people. I really enjoyed talking to them. And they have like I think they've got I think they told me there's like 14 or 18 people that live on their, I don't know if it's like a compound. I don't know if it's like a big family farm and they all have houses there or what it is, but they all work together to grow their own food and maintain everything. And I mean, I just love it. It was really fun to sit there and talk to them.
And Food Plant Nursery, I think most everything got recorded. Some of it was recorded on my iPad and some was recorded on Shelly's. And we've not had a minute to get together and see what was what. So we will let y'all know in the coming weeks about that. So funny story while we were talking about William. I was talking to William and he had told me, he's like, I got a consultation close to here on Tuesday, but it ended up being on Monday. And I was like, where's it at? And he goes, Lebanon, Tennessee.
Lebanon.
I said, Lebanon is across the ocean, William. I said, Lebanon, Tennessee is right down the road. And he was like, okay. So we're standing there right at the end of the festival. William and I are talking. Bruce comes over and is talking to us. And then Bruce goes, well, William, what are you headed? He's like, I'm headed to Lebanon, Tennessee. And I was like, you got it right. So I told the story. And I was like, Bruce, he was calling it Lebanon. Bruce said the exact same thing I did. He was like, Lebanon's over there across the ocean. So, and William's like, Jason said the same thing. So then we got into like pronunciations of cities in Tennessee. And he goes, it's not Lafayette, it's Lafayette, Tennessee.
See, we're in Indianapolis. There's an area in Indianapolis called Lafayette. And when I moved to Tompkinsville, because people go to Lafayette from Tompkinsville all the time. When we first moved down here, they were saying that, and I was like, "Do you mean Lafayette?" And they were like, "It's pronounced Lafayette." And I'm like, "No, it's pronounced Lafayette."
Oh yeah, and I told him too. I'm like, it's Shelbyville, Tennessee. I was like, don't call it Shelbyville. You have to call it Shovelville, like Shovelville. That's how people say it. And I'm like,
I've never heard that.
Yeah, I'm like, they're weird down there. Don't go. So.
Well, and you know that in the Bible, there's a prophet, I think, a prophet or a priest or something. His name is Gamaliel.
Yeah.
In the Bible, down in Monroe County, they got Gamaliel. And it's pronounced Gamaliel, but it's spelled Gamaliel, but it's pronounced Gamaliel.
Yeah. Were you talking about Gamaliel?
That's not how you say it, but that's what I'm talking about.
I call it
pronounce it. The people who live down there pronounce it Gamaliel.
Well, I call it Gamaliel. So, just like some people call it Missouri.
Yeah.
I call it Missouri just to piss my wife off. She's like, it's not Missouri, it's Missouri. And I'm like, yeah, Missouri. And then she just walks off. So here we go. The place where y'all had the festival at is so beautiful. The cornfields and green fields in the background, all around beautiful. The horse grazing and the donkey in the background. It is a nice place out there. I mean, honestly, I can't think of a better place to have the festival at.
We love it there. And Lindsay, the director at the Ag Expo Center, is absolutely amazing. We love her.
Yeah.
It's like when Lindsay calls and says, hey, something's going on, you need to take care of this. Like Jason is on it. He's running to take care of whatever it is because we don't want to do anything to tick Lindsay off.
Yeah. And most of the time it's like little simple something that I can fix real quick.
Yeah.
So, but then, what was it? Okay. Kim Breed was one of the knife guys that was there. He makes solid knives. And he asked me, he's like, hey, what if we did a forging demo? And I'm like, I'm cool with that. And he was like, we'll bring a forge down and set it up down there in the arena and forge. And I'm like, dude, you sold me on it. You don't have to sell me anymore. I was like, I'm game. Let's do it. Make it happen. So we went to dinner Saturday night.
Yeah.
Saturday night. We went to dinner. Lindsay's with us. And I'm like, hey, Lindsay, can we set a propane forge up and like forge knives down there? And she's like, yeah, sure. That's no problem. And I'm like, so we're talking like molten hot metal down there. And she goes, yeah, that's no problem. And I'm like, so we can have a fire down there, molten hot metal, but we can't bring a straw bale inside the arena. She goes, you ever tried to clean up all the straw from a straw bale in that arena? And I was like, okay. I was like, sure. So we can have molten hot metal down there, but no straw bales.
That's right. Unless you're going to get down there and clean up all that straw.
Yeah. I didn't see this. William blew shofar, and the donkey came up to the fence looking at William. It might have been Dudley. I think Dudley was blowing the shofar.
Dudley had a shofar with him.
Was William blowing it?
I don't know if he did or not, but Dudley, every time somebody got baptized, he blew it.
Oh, yeah. I was running and doing something else when they were baptizing everybody. So
let me tell you something. So I don't know if any of you all know about this or whatever, but there was a guy that came up to the front desk on Sunday and literally started a fight with one of our volunteers at the front desk. And they came up, got mad because he said that he drove up from Florida or something like that, and he was she told him how much a ticket cost, and he got mad because he said he's never had to pay for a ticket to get into a festival anywhere. Like, we didn't know who this guy was. He wasn't anybody that we knew. And so he got very belligerent and hateful with Casey. And it kind of like set off, like a whole, like, then Melanie's calling me, texting me. Somebody's trying to find Jason because this guy was acting like such a jerk. Come to find out, when I went back up after, so I come up there and Jason and Randy are out in the parking lot looking for this guy. I mean, looking all over the place. Cannot find him anywhere, right? I'm sitting down there talking to Casey, and because I had been down below in the holding area when Bear had started doing baptisms. And so I asked Casey, I said, so what exactly happened? When did this happen? And so she starts talking about it, tells me the time that it started, that this guy came in and started doing this. And y'all, I kid you not, it was the exact same time that Bear started baptizing that first person. Like, it was I mean, you are not going to be able to convince me that that was not an attack from the enemy. It was the exact same time that they were down there doing that. And he was even saying stuff about Caleb House and Bear and all that kind of stuff and slamming us and telling us how,
He said he's going to file a lawsuit.
Yeah, he said he was going to file a lawsuit against us because we were doing something wrong toward Caleb House or something. And I'm like, dude, the guy that runs Caleb House is in the basement. I mean, like, he's down there right now. I mean, it was just the most crazy thing. You cannot tell me that that was not an attack from the enemy, because for you and Randy to go outside after the guy and he is nowhere to be found, like, what the crap?
Yeah.
And I told Casey, because Casey kept sitting there saying that, you know, like, she said that she attracts negativity. And I was like, girl, don't you claim that. Don't you say that that's your thing or whatever. I said, this had nothing to do with you. This guy was here acting crazy. And I thoroughly believe it was because there was something holy spiritual happening in the holding pen. And this guy was there to attack.
Yeah.
I mean, I just believe that. You guys might think I'm crazy. It's fine. I don't care. It is what it is. But it blows my mind. And he ran.
Oh, yeah. Well, and then one of the girls, when I came out, I was talking to Lindsay, and Melanie calls me, and I come out, you know, guns blazing, ready to see what's going on. One of the girls showed me, she was like, here's the video. And it was walking, the guy and the girl were walking out, and they went around a car and, like, disappeared. They were off video. And we asked the people out in the parking lot, is like, have you seen these? And they're like, no, we hadn't, like, seen nothing. And I'm like, me and Randy walked around that whole parking lot looking, and it's like poof out of thin air. I don't know what happened to them. So, I mean, it was pretty creepy.
You're not going to convince me that that was not an attack from the enemy, because something amazing was happening there right then.
Yeah. I mean, I guarantee it was. I'd put my bottom dollar on it. So, but that was really the only creepy thing that really happened.
Yeah.
That was the only thing that really threw a wrench. We got Casey calmed down. She was fine after that. So
she was one of the ones that got baptized. Praise the Lord.
Yeah. So, I mean, that part was interesting. And Lawrence, yes, demons.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I mean, they always say when you're trying to do something good, you're going to be hit. Demons are going to hit you, and Satan's going to hit you hard and all that. And I think wholeheartedly that happens more than people realize it. I think it's not a dude that's got a red face and horns that's going to come out and get you. It's small, little bitty stuff that's going to trip you up all the time.
Yep.
So that, and then it's like, you know, I don't know. I mean, it's like the whole thing. You hear people, it's like angels and stuff like that have come down while I'm laying in bed and, you know, gave me this message. You know, angels are just anybody that you can meet out, you know, helping somebody on the side of the road or helping somebody when they're, you know, they're trying to load their groceries, you know. You help them load their groceries or something. And I mean, heck, I've done it before. I was walking up into Meyer, and this lady had 2 kids. She was trying to wrangle her grocery cart with her 2 kids and everything else, middle of the day. And I'm like, I feel sorry for this woman. She can't watch her kids and get her groceries. And I told her, she probably thought I was weird at first. I was like, I will put your groceries in your car if you want to watch your kids. And she was like, thank you so much. So I stuck all her groceries in her trunk, and then that way she didn't have to worry about somebody stealing her kids.
Well, and think about the whole deal with Casey, because she kept saying, I don't know why this always happens to me. I don't know why this always happens to me. It happened to her because that day she gave her life to Christ.
Oh, yeah.
They were trying to, whoever that was, whatever demon that was, whatever was happening, was trying to stop that.
Yeah.
Right? They didn't want that to happen.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yes, I believe in supernatural warfare. Bear Service was anointed by God. One could feel God's presence when he was baptizing those people and praying for those people. So.
Yep, absolutely.
Oh, yeah. And then Bill. Chantel went to mow her yard some more, so we're not super interesting. So, and then Bill, the more good things you try to do, the greater the pushback from the opposite side.
That's right, Bill. You're absolutely right.
I 100% believe it. I'll tell you, shifting gears, and we can come back to angels and demons and all that fun stuff. The first time we did, honestly, it's really the first time we've ever spoke other than doing intros and outros and welcome and all that stuff. I had fun teaching the bacon class and the sausage class.
And you know what's messed up? You and I were both like, we didn't want to do it.
There were
we kept saying over and over, we got to find somebody to teach this class. We got to find somebody to teach this class. And we weren't finding anybody to do that class. Yeah. And so Jason and I ended up teaching that class, and we didn't kill each other. So that's a good thing. I mean, I think we did good. And we had a bunch of people at each one of the classes, and people learned stuff. I had a good time doing it.
I did too. Probably the funniest part though, it was the last day when we were doing it. Randy wanted to come in and do his the way he does bacon. So yeah. Randy's behind us at the table behind us, doing some prep work on it. And Shelly said something. It's like, my husband's going to show us how we make bacon. And she goes, I'm married to the guy behind. And I piped in without thinking. It was off the cuff. And I was like, yes, and I'm married to a different guy. And you looked up at me and you're like, what did you just say? And of course, everybody's laughing because they get it. And then it's boom. So. And then
so the whole thing about the festival was that we had more people at this festival that came up and thought Jason and I were married. Yeah. And so there was a booth that I wanted to go get a few things at, and I come back, I'm walking back through there, and I have a bag in my hand, and I walk by Bo's Tractor Works, their booth. And just a plug for them, y'all. If you have chronic pain, like joint pain, neck pain, back pain, whatever, that salve that they make is absolutely amazing. It has hemp in it, and it takes the pain away. It really takes the pain away. You need to hook up with them. But anyways, I'm walking back through there, and Ireland, the guy with the beard, I think his name's Greg, but he's Ireland on Facebook. He said, did you get, he said, oh, you got something for Jason? And I was like, I'm walking by, and I was like, no. And then I get past it, and I turned around and came back, and I said, wait a minute. I said, do you all think that Jason and I are married? And Bo looks at me and he goes, well, yeah, you're the married couple that runs the festival. And I was like, what the hell, dude? What are you doing? No, we're not married. I said, Jason's not my husband. And I said, did you see the guy walking around with the t-shirt on that says my wife beats me? And he goes, yeah. And I said, that's my husband.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, no.
And then we made an announcement. When we were doing the raffle, Shelly's like, just so we get this in the air, Shelly and I are not married. We're married to different people. And then I pipe in. I was like, yeah, I said we were married, but then we started the festival and we got divorced. So, and then you made it sound like you started talking about off-grid stuff, and Mike Shepard and Philip are sitting beside each other.
Yeah.
And then you're like, if anybody wants to know about living off grid, talk to one of these two guys, Mike and Philip. They live off grid. And I'm like, Shelly, you're kind of making it sound like they live together and they're an item. And then they start scooting away from each other, and they're like, we live at different places. We're married. We're not a couple. So.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
William told us, he said, that's why everybody thinks you're married, because you guys fight all the time.
Hey, look, Philip's on here.
Yeah.
So go check out Philip and Mike's Homestead on YouTube.
Right. For real though, Philip and his wife Barbara Sue have a channel called Kowalski's Mountain. And Barbara Sue, she's got, they've got a website, and she has a blog that she puts like everything that she's doing. Like she's been making cheese here lately. I mean, just all kinds of stuff. But follow them on YouTube. They have a thing on Facebook. You can find their website. There's all kinds of educational stuff that they put out.
And you can get Mike on OnlyFans. He shows his feet.
Oh my God. I just had like this vision of him wrapping bowstrings around his feet.
Oh
my God.
Yes. Talking about feet. Me and Mike get to the epoxy job today. And typically, if you're doing epoxy, if you step on it when it's still kind of fresh and you move your feet in tennis shoes, it'll scuff it a little bit. So I told Mike, I was like, we need to do our socks and sock feet. So we're putting this clear coat down in our socks. And Mike said something, and I look over. He's got, after we get done, he's got his socks off running around barefoot at this guy's house. And I'm like, put your shoes back on. So
he is a Kentucky boy.
Yeah.
Annette says, wonder if having sponsorship donations for people who can't afford the tickets would help young families. My thing's rolling up. I know I wouldn't have been able to have swung it when I had kids at home. I'd donate to it. That's awesome. We actually had, there was somebody, so we did a live. We went live. Was it Thursday night? It was before the festival even started. We had me, you, and William, and Darren, and Brian. Remember?
Yeah.
Somebody on that live that was like from I think she was from William's channel. She got online and bought a ticket and then sent me an email and said, "Hey, I want you to give this ticket to somebody." We had 2 people that did that because somebody else came in from the refuge class, and we had given everybody that went to the refuge class a ticket to get in. And he said, well, I just want to donate my ticket that I bought, then just give it to somebody who comes in the door. So we had 2 tickets that we were able to give away, and those people were really appreciative of that. So if you want to do that, when we have ticket sales that come back open, then you're more than welcome to do that. We would love for that to happen, and we'll make sure that it goes to somebody who needs it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Barbara Sue says, thank you for sharing that. We're at www.kowalskimountain.com, and that's KOWALSKI mountain.com. Go check them out.
And apparently, we're hilarious.
Of course we are.
Of course.
Skane's girl is here. I know I saw her a little bit ago, but now she's in here now.
Wow.
Skane's girl needs to come to the festival. I think she came to our first one because I remember her being at the benefit auction.
Yeah.
We need to see you back, girl.
For sure. So I'll tell you, I'm going to have to sit and watch videos because I didn't get to watch anything. I watched nobody present, no workshops, no nothing. And I'm just like, okay. I was constantly, I wound up putting all the fires out most of the time. So
I got to see about, I guess, half of Dalton Bornique's lockpicking class. I didn't get to see the, restraint, it's getting out of restraints or whatever. But let me tell you something. If you guys need to follow him on Facebook. His name is, I said Dalton, it's Dayton Bornique. And it's spelt like Jason Bourne, like the movie Bornique. You need to go check him out because this kid is just stinking impressive. 17 years old, very well spoken, very knowledgeable, super humble, just smart kid. I mean, this kid is going to go places and do things. I'm just very impressed with him all the way around.
Well, oh yeah, but I'm going to watch videos of all the stuff. It's my thing. I went up to Dayton's mom. He was presenting and she was filming everything. And I came up and I was talking to her and I was like, do you ever just go, that's my boy when he's doing it? And she was like, no. She was like, he would kill me. And I was like, come on, let's do it. I was like, I'll yell it out. And she goes, if you do that, he will come over and beat you up. And I was like, but it'll be funny though. And she's like, don't do it. Well,
he's a great kid. I saw him over there making videos with Jacob Peterson.
Oh, yeah.
Put on his channel. Yeah. I think they put them on Facebook or something.
Yeah, they were posting a bunch of stuff. So, but yeah, I'm going to watch some videos and do that. It's probably what I'm going to do and catch up on all that. So, hey, before I forget, Combat Midwife, October 25th. If you want to come to the Combat Midwife class, Shelly, what all you probably got it pulled up, don't you? But she will be Combat Midwife will be in Bowling Green, same place as the festival, October 25th, doing her class. And the coupon code is KSL. KSL on there, all caps, and it will get you a discount off your tickets for that.
So in that class, there's 3 parts of the class. The first part is what she calls lady curiosities. So if there's ever been a guy that's been curious about what goes on with a woman's body.
Lady curiosities.
Jeanette, we didn't need to know that. And Skane's girl says she's ready. When I get this move under my belt, I'm coming to Kentucky. We can't wait to see you, girl. Okay. So the first part of the Combat Midwife workshop is Lady Curiosities. She talks about all things female, like reproductive, all of that kind of stuff. The second segment is Field Birth 101. That's uncomplicated deliveries. So just like everything goes normal, everything's good, no complications, how to do that. The third segment is called When the Shit Hits the Fan, Birth Emergencies. So these are the complicated ones. If you have to deal with any of that stuff, she goes through that as well. So her class, we've talked to other festivals that have had her and other people that we know that have had her come in and teach this class. She goes and teaches this class to first responders. She teaches it to military people. She teaches, it's a phenomenal class, and she's a phenomenal teacher. You need to come check it out. And if you want to have that skill in your toolbox for any event that happens, it's a good skill to have, right?
Exactly.
Because it doesn't matter what's happening in the world, people are going to be having babies.
Oh, yeah. So, I'm excited about it. I'm like, heck yeah, I want to do this. So. Yeah. Now, I don't want to have another baby, but I want to learn all that stuff. So, yeah. Bill says he's done C-sections for cows.
Wow.
So,
that's pretty awesome, Bill.
Yeah. So, but yeah, go check that out. You can run to the website, and at the top, there's a red banner. Click on it. It will take you to her website to where you can buy tickets. I found out how to do that a while back, and I was like, ooh, this is cool. So
Jason is a self-taught web designer now. Because when we had to change websites, he made me crazy. I thought I was going to kill him. And so he just took it upon himself to go learn everything, and I am fine with that.
I called her, and I was like, I've been looking at this Shopify deal. I was like, we're going to go do Shopify. And before, Shelly's at work. I think she's at work. And I was like, oh, by the way, we switched the website to Shopify. So, and she's like, what? And I was like, just go with it. So, and then William and I talked about it. He's like, I really need a website. And I was like, just tell me and we'll fix it with Shopify. And then Brian and Susan at
So he is now other people's web designer too.
Yeah. So yeah, now I'm a contractor and a web designer. So, but do not call me if you need a website, because I'm not going to do it. I don't really know what I'm doing. So
he just keeps clicking stuff until it works.
Yeah,
but it works. So there you go. We're selling crap. There you go.
Well, yeah. So I don't know, but hey, also be looking forward to it. We've got all our first aid stuff and medical stuff, but we're changing some stuff up. We've got some cool stuff coming in. Some new products and stuff like that I think people are really, really going to like. We just got done ordering a few things for it. So we're going to have some big announcements on that. So stay tuned.
Super excited.
Hopefully within a week and a half, we'll have most of the new stuff and we can launch all that. I'm excited about that. So
Yeah.
be looking for that. And then also, don't forget, tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock Central Time, I'll be on here for Clickbait and Coffee. So be on here. I need like 500 people on the live stream would be nice, but we'll settle for 250. So, I mean, we can make it a slow day at 250.
So I think next week we're going to get back into the regular routine of Homestead HQ. So you guys will be seeing us on here regularly for that, doing news topics and homestead stuff and talking about all of those kind of things. So if you have any topics that you want us to talk about, just email us, Shelly at KentuckySustainableLiving.com or Jason at KentuckySustainableLiving.com, and we'll put you on the list.
We're going to have Suzanne Shires to talk about conspiracy stuff one time.
Yeah, we need to get her on here.
Well, now we will.
I like talking to her.
Oh, yeah. Well, heck, she thought that you know about the whole blood clot thing, right?
Right.
Yeah. Like
with COVID? Is that what you're talking about?
Well, no. All right. You and I are over there doing the sausage class. Mike comes over to me and he's like, hey, Suzanne might not be able to do her thing. She thinks she might have a blood clot in her leg.
What? I didn't know about this.
Yeah. And like, we're in the middle. I've got like sausage fingers, and everything. And I'm like, just tell her. He's like, she's going to see if she can do her fermentation class, but then she's going to go to the emergency room. I was like, Mike, if she thinks she's got a blood clot, I said, tell her to skip the thing and go.
She needs to go to the emergency room.
Yeah. So she ended up doing her class and everything. And then she's like, I went to the emergency room. It wasn't a blood clot. It was something else. And she's like, it just came on me and I just really started hurting. And I'm like, why in the hell didn't you just go on to the emergency room? So yeah, crazy. She's tougher than a pine knot then.
Yep. So. Everybody enjoyed her class. She did a good job.
Yeah.
That's the one that I wanted to hear her talk about finding salt in the wild. So somebody better have recorded that class, because that's the one that I'm interested. I want to hear all of them, but I really was looking forward to that one, and I didn't get to hear it.
Well, I'm pretty sure we've got it recorded. So Jasmine is our new audio video princess.
Oh my gosh, she totally stepped up, and she was awesome. She was absolutely awesome. Greg, I don't know if you're still on here or not, but you need to give her a big pat on the back. She's awesome.
Mike said he recorded it.
Will you sell that red case first aid? Yep.
Yes, we have got it. We sold 2 of those. We came up Lawrence. If Lawrence is still in here, Lawrence is a union brick mason. A union thug brick mason is what I call him. But he knows I'm kidding. But Lawrence wanted us to put together an OSHA kit for the company that he was working for. They were wanting some medical kits. We put together, I compiled a whole OSHA kit, everything like that. That was OSHA compliant. He said his bosses went for some kind of cheap crap off Amazon or something. He was like, it's a joke. And I was like, okay. I was like, that's fine. So one of the guys, somebody else had ordered an IFAC and a vehicle med bag. Right. And he ordered it in red. So it's like 8 o'clock at night. I was like, man, I said, we are out of stock of reds. I forgot to pull them off the website. And I called him. I was like, hey, I will make it up to you. I was like, if you want a different color, I can send it out now, or I can send you a red one. He was like, dude, just do a multicam. And I'm like, all right, that's cool. I was like, I appreciate it. I threw in an extra bandage out of my personal stash for him not getting a red one. And we started talking. He works for a tree company, a tree trimming service. And he said, my boss was talking about some first aid kits for the truck. And so we were talking about it. I was like, I have an OSHA compliant kit put together that we can do. I was like, I've got all the stuff here. And I said, we were going to put it in a soft side bag because they were going to keep it in a job trailer. He said, what if you did like a hard case? I was like, we can do a hard case. I said, that's no problem. I said, those are condition 1 cases made in Texas. And I said, we're a dealer for condition 1. I was like, what if we did a red case and did that? And he's like, that would be amazing. I had a condition 1 case with this one has got an organizer in the lid. He said, do it in a red condition 1 case so people will see medical with the organizer in it. Yeah. So we put that together. I've got to get it. I've got to get all on the website. It's on a draft. I'm not done with it on the website yet, but everything is in there. I've got to put the contents and the price on it, but it will be up. I'll probably do it this weekend, get it up there. But if you want something else, if you want something special, if you want a special kit, let me know. We can put it together, whatever you need. He wanted to add an extra cat tourniquet in there, so we put an extra cat in there. But
I'm telling you, if you have a tree cutting business, you probably need 5 cat tourniquets in there.
Yeah. I mean, that OSHA kit, I'm seriously, the red one up here is my personal kit. After I put those OSHA kits together, I was like, I called Condition 1. I was like, I need one, but we need to use my debit card and not the business debit card. I was like, so I don't get in trouble from Shelly on that. So I ordered one. That's my personal one. And, but I'm going to put it together, and I'm probably going to throw it in my job trailer and keep it in there. So, but Mike said he recorded it. So what else have we got? Is that it?
I think that's it.
Any other fun stuff? But be looking on the website. Honestly, 2 other classes that we're working on. Leslie from School of Earth and All is going to come and do an advanced herbal class for us.
I'm really excited about that.
Yes, so be on the lookout for that. We've not got a date set yet for it. And then Mike Adkins, the badass of West Virginia, is going to be, we're trying to figure out.
You didn't say it right. He's the all-around badass.
The all-around badass of the Southeast is going to be doing a land navigation class, probably a 2-day class. We're looking and finding out where we've got enough land to do it. We've got several places we're looking at, so be on the lookout for that. So, and then
those land navigation classes are awesome.
Yeah. Greg said Mary Beth is excited for the herbal class.
I am too, Mary Beth. Can't wait.
And then Philip,
if you're a tree company, I need that mini tourniquet. You don't need to be in business. You're probably right, Philip.
If you need that many, you're not going to be in business because you're going to have some amputations. So,
but there are tree companies out there that hire some people that are questionable. I'm just saying. I've seen some craziness happen.
Well,
yes, extra tourniquets because we are using chainsaws and saws and hatchets and sharp things to clear the land down here in Tennessee. I need a hard case to have on hand.
Yes.
All right, we can hook you up, man.
Yeah, exactly. If you got my phone number, text me. We can get you hooked up with that. I think
that's Sharon Horn. Yes, I don't know if this is Dave because earlier she kept at the end of it, she'd say Sharon Horn. I'm not sure. But you can message us. It's Jason at KentuckySustainableLiving.com or me, or go to the website. Do we have those cases they're on the website, aren't they?
It's not active right now. I don't have the contents put in there.
Okay.
So I've got everything. I've got the pictures and the description and all that. I just don't have the contents put on there. If you
want one, just message Jason.
Yeah. So I can give you my personal one. I could sell it, and then I'll have to order me another one. Then I'll be sad. So. All right. I'm about done for the night. I am going. Lincoln has conned me into going swimming, so we're going down to my parents' house and going swimming for a little while. So,
I got to go pack.
And then here, Greg said Jasmine said she loved it and would be back.
Awesome. We love Jasmine too.
Well, Jasmine is officially in charge of audio video. I told her, I was like, do you want to be in charge of AV next time? She goes, what's AV? And I was like, audio video. And she goes, yeah, sure. So, and yes, that is Sharon Horn. So Sharon, shoot me an email and then we'll get you set up with one of those. So, all right, guys, we appreciate it. I appreciate everybody that's at the festival. If y'all got any cool suggestions, email either one of us about it and let us know because we always say we're going to take a week off and not talk to each other, but that lasted like 30 minutes.
Right. We had so many, but I mean, this time everything just went. It was so awesome. And when it was all over with, like after we slept and everything, the next day we were like, okay, we want to do this and we want to do this. And we got this idea. And I've had people reaching out to me about ideas for classes and all that stuff. I mean, it's amazing. Wow. So all of the ideas that you have, send them to us. I've got a running list going. We're starting to try to look for people to do the festival next year and everything. So yeah, we've got tons of ideas.
Well, so... All right, guys, we appreciate y'all. We appreciate you being there. We appreciate y'all being here tonight. I'll be on 8 o'clock Central in the morning by myself. So for Clickbait and Coffee, and I'll see some of y'all in the morning. If not, we will see y'all next week. We appreciate it. Bye.
Bye.